Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Inside the Mind, episode 15. I'm here with my guys, man, TRL and YTC, two hosts of the Around the Valley podcast. How you guys doing, man?
Good, man. What's
Glad.
up?
What's up, everyone?
Yeah, we're doing good, man. Doing good, unlike my Phillies who lost in London today. But other than that,
Unlike
I'm doing good.
necrophilia yesterday, like my Yankees.
We
Hey,
lost
we're
13.
two the best.
We lost 13-1.
Yeah,
My team.
somehow.
I mean, hey, we're the two best teams in baseball right now.
Yeah,
So,
perfect.
Man, you guys are both.
I mean, it's the earlier part of baseball, so we can still fall off a cliff after, so you never know.
yeah, exactly.
You guys are our twin sons, all right? So, yeah.
Here's actually a funny thing. Chad became a Suns fan because he's tired of the Bulls. So it's just like
I would be too.
I wouldn't. Hell, I wouldn't, man. I would not. But yep, let's just get started because I'm actually curious about this. How did you guys become a content creator? YTC, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, okay. So I actually started in 2015. Fun fact, not 2017. It was 2015, but those videos were deleted. There's a lot of deleted content I have on my channel, but because I was trying to, be a good boy for the YouTube algorithm, which I regret looking back in hindsight. I wish I never deleted those videos. They were really good videos, but I had to compromise to keep monetization. But then I said screw it, and just decided to do it for fun. That's how I started. It was in 2017 officially. If you go back to my earliest videos, it was wrestling. I've gone through many name changes, but it all started with wrestling, and then I started doing pick'ems because I saw guys like Matthew Oliver Studios, TH8, those guys that do pick'ems. I'm not the only one. There's also many channels that profit off pick'ems. I saw them do it. I thought I could do the same thing, and then a year later, I started doing my own thing, and I've been evolving my graphics ever since. And also, it helped that I had a background with video production in high school, so 2 years of that allowed me to do graphic designing, and I got better every year. So yeah, reinventing myself. So that's how I got started.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that for video editing. That's cool as shit. That's actually cool as shit. But yeah, TRL.
Yeah, so I started a lot later. I started in November of 2021, and I didn't really start like having the idea of being a content creator until I think this is everyone's common, well, not everyone, but a lot of people's common answer, which is COVID.
Yeah.
When we were all, locked up, couldn't do anything. I couldn't work. I couldn't go to school in person or anything like that. So it was just me and my family at home. So basically, and, there wasn't, obviously NBA was shut down. Yeah, Spongy, whatever. NBA was shut down, and football wasn't really, I don't think it was really going on at that time. And I mean, baseball, no one really cared about the COVID season, so it's not like I was able to watch any sports or anything like that. I've never been a boxing or wrestling guy or anything like that. I've just done the big three of my teams. So basically, on as far as YouTube, before I started my channel, I watched me and YTC were on a lot of Fist Vegas streams. If you guys don't know who that is, he's a Giants fan who does all sports pretty much, not just his teams, but he's a big channel. And eventually, and I didn't really go on hangout streams with any of them until I think it was, I want to say, summer of 2021. That's when I joined their hangout streams, and we would just talk sports, talk shit, and then eventually it just led to me doing content. So my first ever stream was the Cardinals and 49ers Week 9 game in 2021. So that was the first stream I did. I don't really do a lot of content as much as I used to now because, work kicks in even more now than it ever did. And, I'm still in school too. So my content's gone down a little bit, but I still try to do as much as I can. So that's how I started.
And actually, TRL is a part of our pick and roll podcast. Whenever he gets the time, he's the top song to talk hoop, even though it is his Phoenix Suns. But other than that, Mitch, if you didn't know, I knew Crocs back then. I think we all knew that. Art crew. I think we all knew that, bro. But your favorite part about being a content creator, TRL? I'm going to start with you.
I have a lot of reasons on why I enjoy it, but if I had to pick a favorite, I would probably say just being with people that have the same interests as me, because when I was in high school, me and my friends in school, we would talk shit, we would do this and that, but they didn't really like sports as much as I did. I never really knew a whole lot of people in my life that were really into sports as much as I am. And even my family too, like, they watch sports, but they don't like watch the whole analysis of sports. They don't like break down anything. Like they're not like actual sports nerds like I am. So when I first came on here, I started meeting people that had the same interests as me and just loved watching the game and loved breaking down the games and talking about their teams just as much as I did. So I guess, and it's not just that, but and my fan bases are small, except for maybe the Suns. Other than that, all my teams have small fan bases. So it's not like I'm doing anything with any other fans of mine. I know like maybe I only talk to like maybe one Cardinals fan on YouTube, and we know him as Awesome Kid. So other than that, I just talk to a bunch of other guys that like other teams, and whenever our teams play, we just do previews, we collab, and that's probably the favorite part for me of being a content creator, is just talking to people who have the same interests as me, probably. But there's also a lot. So
Right. I can agree with you on that. YTC.
Oh yeah, the one I have two things I like being about a content creator. One is meeting, like TRL said, meeting people that have the similar interests. Because I do wrestling, I do the obviously I cover the Giants. I do I used to do baseball and I used to do UFL. I love the game of football overall because I played it. I played it since Madden. I grew up on it. As a kid. I definitely enjoyed it. It's something me and my dad bonded over, watching on Sundays. Regardless if we had different teams, we loved the game. And, that's how I got into being a sports nerd with the NFL, being a fan of the game, regardless of how I feel about the product in its current state right now. A soft spot of me, no matter how much, I think it's, it could be a lot better. I'm never going to walk away because it's just a part of my identity and who I am. It's part of, what I grew up on and what I know. So, yeah, no matter how crappy, it can be. So, that's one thing I like about, I'm doing YouTube as well, especially with the feedback and meeting people that have the similar interests for sure. Yeah. And then the second part is, like I said, connecting with others. There's plenty in the comment section. There's plenty, I know that are not here right now that I've connected with. I've shared details about my life in and out, glimpses of it, that I've grown that close to them to a degree. So, and I feel more trusted around them that I could show. So it's kind of like an extended, a YouTube family. And then there's also an extended, friendship that, I can just, go talk to anybody about anything, about certain topics or, the game overall. So that's, one thing I love being about a content creator as well. I mean, I used to do it for money, but after I got demonetized, I said screw it because it was something I was passionate about with graphics and, being a stickler for details and, graphic designs and, showcasing with the NFL and also music, my soundtrack videos and all that stuff. It's kind of like blending everything I like into one and just making something, beautiful and very consistent out of it. So that's the one thing I really love and people admiring it.
Yeah, of course. And we actually got a question for TRL from our crew. Do you like the weather in Arizona? Do you like the hot weather?
I think the only time I like it is when I'm jumping in the pool. But other than that, I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's just I'm used to it and I'm pretty much immune to it because I've been in Arizona my whole life. I've never lived anywhere else. So, and I'm actually the only sibling in my family that was, actually born in Arizona. So, my other two siblings are from Florida originally. So it's kind of, it's something I'm used to. I'm also a summer kid as well. So, no, I don't really, it's not that I like it or don't like it. It's just I'm used to it. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how, because here in Jersey, it gets cold, it gets hot. You don't know what you're gonna get.
It's pretty bipolar. Like it's the hottest summers and in the coldest winters. There's no in between. One day it'll be like super freezing and it'll be super hot. One day it's like or even throughout the day it might be the whole thing where it's raining like thunderstorms and then it just goes hot humidity the few hours later. It's very bipolar.
Yeah, I can't stand that. I literally can't. But YTC, what is your least favorite part about being a content creator?
The least, thing I hate about being a content creator are two things. One, as much as I like doing the, content and stuff, it is very time consuming when I could be spending time with family and, friends and prioritizing a lot of things. But it is worth the while when you get the positive reception or, vice versa, or, just that one or two, three people that admire it. I do it for those guys because, I like that, kind of feedback and, but at the same time, it's very time consuming to do what I do for graphics and, set up all the, stuff I do for my pick'ems, I do for play-by-plays and all that graphical, presentation. Because I like having presentation because I want to stand out, I want to have people come back, to watch the stream, and also probably, lose my mind with them on stream with the commentary I do for my team. So yeah, at the same time. So that the second thing I hate on YouTube as well, there have been good people, and then there's been, people that have irked me, but mostly just that, and also, and also because, my fan base, I've gotten, to be quite bluntly, my fan cards taken because I've had different controversial opinions about my team, probably ahead of time, overthinking, and then, people didn't see eye to eye with me. So that's the one thing I kind of hated, with the content creation with my fan base. But there are a bunch of good apples in my fan base at the same time. So that's really about it. But then again, there's also just as many bad. So that's the only thing I hate.
Yeah. All right. TRL. What do you hate? Okay. Alrighty then. I guess technical issues there. We'll just go on with the next one. And then when he comes back, he comes back. So
Okay.
how'd you become a member? Oh, there he is. You good, man?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah. Is he good?
someone tried calling me. My fault.
You're good, dude. You're good. So what was your least favorite part about being a content creator?
All right.
Yeah, I'll give you two. So my first one is trying to balance my content time with my personal time, I guess, because if you guys notice on me and YTC show that we do with Randy and Michael, we don't have a set day on when we do it. The only day we do it is the day I'm actually available.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not available, then sometimes Michael and YTC will just go live on Michael's channel and they'll just do their own thing. They actually did it yesterday. So, but basically, yeah, that would probably be my first one, is trying to balance time on doing my content. Because even when I'm at home, I'm busy too. Because I do work around the house and shit. Like it's crazy. So, yeah, trying to balance it with my personal time is probably my least favorite part. And then also, see, I do YouTube as a hobby. I don't do it as like I actually want to make money. I don't want to, start a YouTube business or shit like that. So, my second one is people who take it so seriously, people who do it for fame, people who, just do it for subs and shit like that. And the drama, like Spongy mentioned earlier, drama, it's just, I don't have time for it. So, I may still be young, but I feel like I'm too old to put up with it. So it's like that, those are probably my top two. Just, I just do it for fun. I do it whenever I want, whenever I have time. That's another thing I like about doing YouTube, is that you pick your own time on when you want to actually do it. It's not like an actual job where you're given like a set schedule or shit like that. It's like whatever you do, whenever you want to do it, you just do it. So
Yeah. And Spongy, of course, asks, how much do you love the Suns? And of course, he asked that.
Right now I'm pissed off at them, but on a good season, I love them more than any other team I root for. So
Yeah. And Earl Cole is here, who's a part of our wrestling. Your favorite wrestler or your favorite player / music? He's going through the whole kit and caboodle, so whoever wants to go first, go first.
I can answer that. Oh, I do all, so I can definitely answer that. Favorite wrestler growing up, Randy Orton. Even though I played, I teased TRL looking like him a little bit, every now and then. But I made it in a respectful way because Randy Orton was my favorite guy growing up, and I saw an uncanny resemblance to a degree, so that's why I kind of made that, little angle. But yeah, definitely Randy Orton was my favorite growing up. Definitely. Sports player Eli Manning. Obviously because my, Giants and all. He was, a guy that, was a character of, of being very loyal and, showing leadership. I kind of took that qualities that he displayed on, for my team growing up and took it into my own, personality and character I wanted to live up to. So that's kind of why I resonated a lot with Eli, for sure. Besides, out of the two Super Bowls, he won, beat against Brady, for sure. Yeah, Spongy said it. But then again, at the same time, I'm definitely into a lot of music besides, even though rock and metal is my primary genre, I do listen to, some rap. I've gotten into indie music. I've listened to guilty pop, practically anything that feels good, even country too. Like there's a whole crap ton of music on my Spotify that I have, for every genre, for any occasion really. I always, find, ways to, reinvent myself with the music and also reinvent my channel overall and, get new ideas. I love being inspired by new music for sure.
Yeah, because you always do the video game soundtracks. You always
Yeah, and
do
that's what
those.
I grew up on, and also that's half of the songs I didn't know beforehand. I put on my Spotify, so it's free music for me as well. If I, for games I didn't even play, but now I got free music and really good music for it,
Yeah.
especially the
And,
NBA ones. But yeah,
of course, TRL. If you don't have a favorite wrestler, you don't have to answer that.
Yeah, so I don't watch wrestling. I never even grew up on it, but I guess I'll just since people say I look like a younger Randy Orton, I'll just go with that, I guess. I don't
for
see
sure.
I don't see the resemblance. I mean, I hear people say a bunch of stuff. They say I look like a younger Randy Orton. They say I look like Abe Lincoln without a top hat. So I mean, I've heard it all. Like it's crazy.
What? Never heard that.
No, like my real life friends say that I look like Abe Lincoln without a top hat. I don't get it, but
I do not.
yeah, probably I'll just go with Randy Orton, I guess. And then sports player. The reason I got into sports was because of Larry Fitzgerald. So the first game I watched was actually the Super Bowl, so that we were in. So basically, so that's my favorite sports player. If you grew up in Arizona around the 2000s and the early 2010s, Larry Fitzgerald was our guy. So that's my favorite sports player of all time. And my favorite sports player right now, you'll actually be shocked, it's Ketel Marte for the Diamondbacks. So that's my favorite sports player right now. Music, I grew up in the West Coast, so obviously the rap music's there. It's still in me a little bit. My favorite artist is Lil Wayne. So, but I also grew up, since I grew up I don't live in the desert area anymore, but I grew up in it. So, I'm kind of big on country music a little bit too. My dad and my grandfather loved it a lot, and they just played it, and I just grew onto it. So, I don't really have a favorite country music artist, but nowadays I listen to Luke Combs, sometimes Kane Brown, that kind of music. So,
yeah, and TRL. Not a lot of people know this, but how did you become a member of Hardcore Sports Network? Not a lot of people know this. And same with you, YTC. Not a lot of people know how you became a part of it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember all of it because it was pretty small reason, but it kind of involved, I don't want to say drama because I wasn't like involved in drama or anything like that, but It was basically between and I'm just gonna leave it at this. It was between Mitch and another content creator. I'll just leave it at that. And I was in a network before that, and I think YTC was in it too, and it got debunked, whatever the fuck the word is. So basically, that network got taken down, and then I guess I don't want to say like, was it Mitch or Randy? I don't want to say like y'all felt bad.
It was Randy. So what happened was, I don't think you know this, but Randy and I were talking to our founder, AK, and Randy was like, dude, AK, I found a great guy in TRL. Can I invite him in? I love his takes and whatever. And AK was like, dude, if I know you and I respect your opinion, go for it. And that's how it happened. That's how you joined the network, just from that.
So Randy just hit me up and say, hey, do you want to join the hardcore? And this was like probably about like a few weeks after our old network got taken down. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And the rest is history.
Yep. And then YTC, how'd you become a network? Because you actually joined much later than TRL.
Well, I was gonna join earlier, but I was busy with content creation. I was busy with real life stuff at the time. I wanted to join the network. I mean, I was gonna join the network at some point. It was only a matter of when. I was gonna join at some point, but yeah, it was definitely because we were both part of a previous network, me and TRL, and then I met that guy basically through John Jay's show, through one of his podcasts, and then basically through connections. That's how I was in the original network before I joined this network. So then after that thing got whole defunct, and then TRL invited me on, and also because Randy said he wanted me on, like he just said right now, and that's how it happened, how I joined the network. So
yeah, and
I would have joined much quicker though if I didn't have anything busy at the time. So I would have definitely joined much quicker.
Of course. I remember it was me and TRL. We were streaming a Phoenix Suns game, and I was like, "Yo, YTC, you should definitely join. We got enough spots open for you." And then I saw your DM the next day. So that's what I remember from that.
And that's how I joined. Yeah, that's when Yeah, when I wasn't busy, then I joined finally. Yeah, because I was really busy at the time. So yeah.
Of course, and I think the Suns lost that game. Maybe I'm wrong, but I honestly forgot who won that.
Was
But
it
Ah,
damn it, I
StreamYard.
was looking forward to that. Damn. But yeah, favorite part about being in a hardcore sports.
Hang on, before I get to that part, shout out to Ray. Hey, I'm used to being in the NFC roundtables. I mean, I was in Fish's channel. We had a bunch of Eagle, Cowboy, and Commander fans at the time. I'm used to being surrounded with opposing, rivals.
Right.
Good
Yeah.
luck, Randy. I know.
So
All right.
TRL,
Anyways,
what we
so favorite part of
hold
being
on.
a network, obviously, besides having TRL around because we've been, hang buddies for years now. Yeah, I definitely like connecting with you guys and and also getting information from you guys about teams that I'm not a fan of. Obviously, I get information throughout the league. You guys share tweets on there, and I chit chat every now and then. But yeah, definitely. That's one of my favorite things of the network, and also because I like to branch out with my other videos, so that way you guys can pop on it as well, because I can divide my two videos when I do play-by-plays, and have people come over from the network and also my main channel, obviously. So that's the one, things I like about being in the network right now. So yeah, and also the community.
Right. And TRL, same thing. Your favorite part about being in the hardcore sports.
Trying to think of a favor. There's a lot of reasons why I like it, but I do like being on. Well, I'm not on pick and roll as much as I used to be, just because busy shit on the weekdays. But I do like going on there, getting my rants out, and giving my opinions on what's going on, and that is a part of hardcore, so I do enjoy that. Yeah, and I also do like the news that that everyone in there shares with us, because I don't follow every team or every sport, this and that, so I pretty much, whenever news breaks out, like, you guys post it in the group chat, so it's nice to get some news about that. And that's how my Around the Valley show started, was being on the Hardcore Sports Network. So, and this, I don't want, well, this network I wasn't in, but that's how I met guys like you, Randy, and etc. So that's probably my favorite part about being in it.
Yeah. So what I was going to say for both of you guys is that you guys can crack jokes on each other, right? Because with the Hardcore Sports Network, we take it as jokes. It's fun. It's just us having fun talking sports. So that's what I thought you guys would say for this. But yeah, man, it's doing well today. Everyone's doing well. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe to these both guys, man.
Yeah, but I think the shit talk that we do on our streams, I think that originated before that originated way before we joined hardcore. So it's something that
I know
we're already like used to, but it is what it is.
No, but I'm used to doing it for different, sides of the podcast, because when I do the podcast with anybody, or people invite me on, I put on a different, side. I'm a bit more serious, trying to answer questions and be more transparent. But then when it comes to trash talking, that's for the other stuff. I try to leave off stream for sure. Yeah, that's why I haven't been popping as I usually normally would. But yeah,
yeah. And YTC, something we may not know about you.
Nothing. I mean, what you don't know about me? Well, I guess if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would have taken a career in, doing music. I guess I would have been a producer or something like that. Because that's outside of, YouTube. I like, playing guitar. I like playing, music. I got into it in junior and senior year. That's one thing I would have done if, I was on YouTube. Display my music favoritism and, going into different genres and probably be a producer. Yeah. If I wouldn't, but then again, before that, I would have been I was trying out for football, but music saved me after I had a horrific injury in high school. That took me out in my sophomore year, and ended my playing days. So yeah, it was an escape for me, and along with my team. So those few escapes are what I like to have hobbies on. But yeah, I decided to do YouTube.
And TRL, something we may not know about you, bro.
Let's see. So basically, something I do to get away from my personal life, and I mean get away from YouTube, I guess. I don't want to say get away, but just take a break from it. I don't even think YTC knows this, but I do martial arts. So I've done that since I was 9 years old. Specifically just Taekwondo, Hapkido sometimes. I started doing that when I got bullied in school. I'm not trying to go too personal, but that's how I started doing it. And I learned a lot of life lessons from it, not just how to defend myself, but that's what I do during my free time. Let's see what else. So I did used to play basketball in high school, but, like NBA was never something I pursued, not even college ball. I never really pursued about it. I just enjoyed my high school time and, just with my friends and this and that. But I was the center. I'm actually, I was pretty tall for my age in high school, like very tall. So I still play basketball every chance I get, but, just whenever I'm outside, I guess. But other than that, it's just pretty much sports for me. My whole household is into sports. My girlfriend likes the Chargers, and, my brother likes the Dolphins. So I'm the only Cardinals fan in there. But basically, other than that, just sports. So.
Appreciate that, guys. And TRL, favorite memory of your favorite sports teams. It can only be pick a memory that you love from one of your teams. I think I know one of them.
Does it have to be my teams, or could it be like something like involved with my teams, like that?
Something involved. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a game or something. It could be something involved. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, actually, I'll do both. So,
Cool.
When it came to like a game or whatever, or a season, definitely when the Suns beat the Clippers and went to the NBA Finals. I cried all night when that happened. Like, I've never seen, like, I saw my team in the Super Bowl, but I was like very little. So, like, I don't really fully remember the game. I just remember some of the big highlights. But when I was actually grown and actually watching my team play, Chris Paul had 42 points on Patrick Beverley's head. So go fuck yourself. And we eliminated the Clippers in LA. It was an amazing feeling. We beat both LA teams in one playoff run. So that was pretty cool. And, just watching Chris Paul go to his first finals, watching Booker go to his first finals and his first ever playoff run. It was very emotional for me being able to watch my team in the finals, like for the first time ever regarding all my teams. Fortunately, we didn't win it all, but, hopefully one of my teams will get it eventually. Diamondbacks going to the World Series was cool too, but it's never going to beat, watching the Suns go to the NBA Finals. And then when it comes to me, like being involved with my teams, obviously my favorite one was meeting Larry Fitzgerald. So it was a training practice. It wasn't like a game or anything like that. It was during a preseason practice. We basically, how it works at State Farm Stadium is they let fans go in there, and if you have a family member who is disabled, you get to actually go and meet the team. So my grandmother who's disabled was with us, so we got to go like next to the field, like this little concrete area, and we got autographs from pretty much, I don't like not all the players, but like a majority of them. And when Fitzgerald came by and signed everybody's shirts, jerseys, this and that, he gave every single fan a hug too. Like, that's the thing about Fitzgerald that we love the most, is that he cared about all of his fans, and especially kids too, and he did a lot of things off the field as well. So it was nice being able to share that moment with my family, meeting the best legend in Arizona. And I actually have an autograph right there. It's on a Chandler Jones jersey, but his autograph is on there. So so yeah, I got that. Made sure to get that framed. So
that is crazy, honestly. And we have a question here, actually. Who are your guys' favorite players on your current football teams right now? If you guys should pick one current player right now. YTC, if you want to go first.
Dexter Lawrence, simple right now. And then, mostly the defensive guys, for sure. Yeah, and then it's probably Jalen Hyde, I guess, a close second. That's my two favorites, yeah.
Yeah, and then Hero.
Buda Baker.
Really?
For sure.
Never knew that. Oh, I thought it was Kyler Murray.
No. Kyler's got to do some shit before I actually, he's got to get back on track before I actually say this. But I would have said I would have probably said Hopkins if we still had him, but we got rid of him. And Buda Baker he's loyal to Arizona. He's one hell of a football player. And no, Philadelphia, you're not trading for him, so shut up. Okay.
It's not me. It's not me. There are other people. That's definitely not me. YTC. Favorite memory.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Memories on my sports teams. Well, obviously, the 2 Super Bowls, but definitely 2011 felt more sentimental in my opinion because we were 9-7 compared to because we were literally like what I think 6-7 at some point, or 7-6. We were in danger of missing the playoffs, and then after the block kick against the Cowboys and that path we went on, and then after even though we lost the following week to the we lost to the Redskins at the time. Yeah, and we didn't lose a single game after that, which is funny because we've owned them. So yeah, it's kind of funny, after that we didn't lose a single game after that, for sure.
Yeah.
And then for sure. And then also the World Series in 2009 for sure. That was one of my, World Series with Jorge Posada, Johnny Damon and those guys, Derek Jeter, and Mariano Rivera, who's my dad and I's favorite pitcher on the Giants. Not the Giants, but fucking Yankees. I confused those teams. I confused this team. Not no SF, by the way. I hope nobody's in the chat heard that. I hope nobody differentiates. But yeah, definitely. Yeah. But no, definitely the Super Bowl 2011, and also I went too recently with the Giants right now. My uncle had Justin Tuck one time at a restaurant, and I got his autograph as well at some point. He also had Victor Cruz because he's local to Patterson. He's only like 10 minutes from where I live, up in Patterson, up north. So yeah, and then the second recent memory actually was going to a softball game Dexter Lawrence hosted, and I got his autograph as well over there too. It was awkward because I didn't have his jersey. I really wanted to show up in his jersey. I didn't document it on my IG, but yeah, it was definitely something I did off cameras. But yeah, I definitely went to that softball celebrity game. A bunch of former Giants were there. I got a few autographs. I put it in a plaque somewhere in another room. I don't want nobody touching. So yeah, those are my recent favorite memories right now. And obviously with the Knicks right now, I got Jalen Brunson's jersey, recently as well. And then obviously, he's been my favorite player I've watched since Carmelo. So yeah, that's what's been electric about it.
Yeah. So actually, YTC, I don't know if you saw the Tom Brady roast because they made everyone yell that Eli made Tom Brady his bitch. They did that twice. So I was dying when that happened. I didn't like it, but I was laughing. So yeah. Top 5 favorite Giants and Cardinals players of all time. Let's go with YTC here. I think I know one of them.
All right, so I have off the top of my list, 5 Giants of all time. Well, number 1, Lawrence Taylor. Number 2, Eli Manning. Number 3, Michael Strahan. Number 4, Harry Carson, I think. And then number 5, I would say probably Frank Gifford. Yeah, back in the day stuff. I think that's the top 5 for the Mount Rushmore for the Giants. Yeah.
All right, and TRL.
Number 1, Fitz. Number 2, even though he wasn't a Cardinal for that long, it's got to be Kurt Warner because he took us to our first Super Bowl. I don't know like a lot of the players from like the 1900s that we've had. I only know about one, and he was a safety, and he was pretty good too. So at least for the 1940s, I think is when he played. Adrian Wilson, I'd say is number 3. Actually, no. I'll put Adrian Wilson probably at number 5, and I'll say number 3 is probably going to be Adrian Wilson, and then I'll say number 4 is Calais Campbell, and then Larry Wilson at number 5.
Good shit. That's good shit. But let's go into some chat questions, and then I actually have a question for YTC here. For the next episode, it's your call, so your vote counts as mine. Who should I have on next week, YTC? Adam Costas, Zion Zenith, or Ted Talks Ball?
I know who Zion is. I was with him with Joel a few years back. I guess I'm going to go with Zion.
All right. And guys, you can vote on the Hardcore Sports Community tab for the poll for next week. And wow. And Adam Costas is ahead by like a little bit. So you guys still have time to vote on that. So there we go. Thank you for that. And any chat questions before, you know what? Let's just get right to the next one. What advice would you give to future content creators, new content creators? Whoever wants to take it, they can take it.
All right. So you want me to? All right. I'm gonna go first. Sorry. My advice for content creators, simple. Don't lose yourself for other people. On here, be yourself. Work at your own time. You're not obligated to be on anyone's schedule or record or post as many as you want. Do it on your own time and do it, do something that's from the heart. Do not try to do something that's copy and paste and already done. In my opinion, if you want to grow, do something, you think would want to see that hasn't been done before. And, there's always a crowd for everything and with the internet nowadays. So there might be a good majority of people that, want to see content done this certain way. So go for that type of stuff, in my opinion. Try to stand out. That's my opinion. Do your own thing. And also, like I said, don't lose yourself for other people, on doing this platform. You always put your, value, your personal life and your family ahead. And, they always come first for you. Don't make your whole thing about, YouTube, even though you want to grow. But at the same time, you don't compromise your real life and your identity for who you are for other people. That's who I want to, give advice for people like that.
Appreciate that. That's great. TRL.
Yeah, it's not something people have to do, but I'd say before you really dive into content creating, I would suggest watching people that you like watching on YouTube that have the same topics as you, just to get kind of an idea of what the life is like as a content creator, no matter what you want to talk about, because that's, what I did. I had to get used to it, and, that's what I did first. And I'd say, just don't be afraid to be yourself, because this isn't like real life where like your friends would try to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Peer pressure you into doing shit or anything like that. Like, it's not like you can make friends on here, but it's not like it's in real life or anything like that. Like, we're just people on here have the same interests as you. So you don't have to be somebody you're not. You can be yourself. You can, and you may get clowned for it, but at the end of the day, no, not everybody. And even on the internet, especially on the internet, not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay. So just keep being yourself, and just work on your own time. Don't like rush yourself into doing content like I used to do, because I've gotten very, like, my mind has gone boggling before because of it. I've like lost sleep over doing content, which is sometimes okay, but not all the time. And just, like I said, just work on your own pace. If your channel grows slowly like mine does, and that's fine, because you shouldn't be doing this for subs. You should be doing it because you want to do it, and you should be doing it just because you love doing it and enjoy doing it.
I agree. And I said this in each episode. Have thick skin. There's people out there that like to troll you, make fun of you, no matter what you look like, what you say, your takes or whatever. Just have thick skin. I'm going to keep on saying that to the end of time. So I don't know about you guys, but that's what I got to say. And with that, guys, this concludes Inside the Mind, episode 15 with TRL and YTC. You can listen to this episode on Spotify, the Hardcore Sports Network podcast, and so on and so forth. And
hey, Mom, really I made it on Spotify. If you use this.
And really quick, starting tomorrow, Hardcore Sports Network is going to have its own website. So you'll see the members of Hardcore Sports writing articles. So if you guys want to write articles, we can definitely hook that up. With like a Suns article, a Giants article. Yep.
Okay,
I got a meeting at 5. So yeah, if you guys want to write articles, that's for everybody. So
all right.
I'm gonna enjoy writing articles.
My day just now.
I can't wait to write. Shitting on LA is gonna be amazing.
Perfect. And I'm not writing. That's not my specialty at all. I suck. So don't even ask for any articles from me.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to both of these guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Mitch Coxey. The link is in the description. Hardcore Sports Network. We're growing like crazy. And that, guys, we'll see you on the next episode. And peace, guys. Have a good one.